Alright, so we're doing a system restart. Hopefully, our previous viewer will be back. If not, that'll be sad. But I had a whole viewer for over an hour, which is pretty cool. It's not a particularly common thing these days. I might even get the supporter version of this, with as cool as this game is. It takes a while to load my graphics drivers. I'm running an older graphics card. It's not super old, but sometimes it takes a minute to load things.
I'm focused and prepared.
So, I'll go with the ninja. Alrighty, I'm just a normal guy.
I believe we have found our first body. Don't fret. It is the first of many.
Swiftness will be my ally.
To the lambs I say, let not your guard down, for there
I'd like to
are
see your
wolves among you.
I won't be long. Completed. The stone within me is growing. I hope for the best. Combat ensues nearby.
Let go!
That's mean, Mono. You're not even worth my time. Plus, it's you. I already know it's you.
An easy task.
I will take care of it.
A guest has been found dead. The pot grows larger.
I will use it wisely.
Lambs can survive without bloodshed. Wolves need bloodshed to survive.
They fight. Should I intervene?
Totally gonna die from poison.
Another item for my arsenal.
wolf has been slain.
Let us trade. Got it. What will fate bring? Let's take a closer look.
A careless guess with a grievous cause.
That was sad. Welcome back. I'm glad that you're back. Found out that it was a bitch with red hair and then she shot me. It was really unfortunate. I was trying to throw my darts at her, but I panicked. This game is a little bit of a learning experience, but welcome back. Yeah, I had to restart because my frame rate was a little bit garbage. But yeah, so I haven't been streaming too much lately. It's just been hard to keep an audience with things being as weird as they are these days. They are strange times, I would say. I would say that the worst about all of what's going on is the excessive censorship and just like the coordinated attempt to Bobby Kotickify every video game. It's just depressing. But in other news, when I'm not playing video games, I'm learning to 3D model. I'm not particularly great at it. But they are the strangest of times. Like, shit is not right these days. Like, there was a time when you could talk to the Republicans, and you'd be like, we can agree that, like, diddling kids is wrong, right? And they'd be like, yeah, we gotta protect the kids. Now it's like, you realize that there's a bunch of rich, powerful people in the Jeffrey Epstein files, and they were best friends with a pedophile sex trafficker. And then they'll just go, nuh-uh, nuh-uh, and put their fingers in their ears. It's strange times indeed. I would say the biggest issue is there are a lot of people these days that are just completely divorced from reality. They're in some weird place where feelings matter more than facts. And hopefully I haven't offended you with anything that I've said, but it's just the sad tragedy of the world today. I mean, the world would be better if we had more people cared about objective truth. That's just my humble opinion. We need smarter people in the world.
Fierce
running
wolf,
things.
begin feasting on mutton.
That's my humble
Lest
opinion.
the lambs devour you first.
I don't know how long that'll last. But at least in the early game, that should be a wise choice.
Valuable.
That guy's guilty.
I won't be long.
At least I'm reasonably sure he is. I've got a lot of clues.
Completed. The stone within me is growing. Fine detail truly matters. I'm attacked! I'm indebted to you.
A lamb has attacked one of its kind? A deplorable mistake.
I was gonna get murdered before I'd even turned in the clues. I can see it. That's... I'm just gonna go where there's not people shooting. At least that's the plan.
Consider it done.
Steal. I am gonna...
Your fortune favor my wishes?
Just in case.
You're free to fight, but you must fight to be free.
Don't want to look guilty.
A sleeping wolf. These lambs have teeth.
A curious gadget. Perfect placement. Your deception ends in silence.
Another slain wolf.
Ah, I poisoned a wolf.
These lambs
I'm
have
a
a nose
genius.
for hunting.
The first key has been
I've
delivered
played
to
wolf
the
a
door.
few times, but most of the times when I've played wolf, it hasn't gone. Like it's like gone okay. There's like less wolves than there are non-wolves, so you're most likely going to be. Take that. Dude, I like, because I saw her flanking the people, so I sprayed her in the face, and then she like passed away a minute later. It was glorious. I got 110 buckaroos, and I got a bunch of clues. He looks really suspicious.
There's more to this
I
story.
probably shouldn't be doing this. I feel like somebody is eyeballing me. I also don't have any weapons. Got anything good, sir? Damn, everything's expensive. Yeah, it's all shitty quests too. It's like break into something with a crowbar you don't effing have.
A careless guess with a grievous cost. Trust is a difficult thing to
I
give.
got a lot of clues.
Let's take a closer look. I will take care of it.
Only one wolf remains. Lambs, finish the hunt.
Got it.
Well, I survived.
Perfection is in the silence of their defeat.
The
Yeah,
sacrificial
basically, it was
lambs
funny.
have grown
She was,
sharp fangs.
She was trying to flank people with her helmet drone, and I
Congratulations.
just
The
sprayed her
Sun
and ran
Queen
away.
is pleased.
That's pretty glorious. I got a second kill somehow that time. I had a lot of clues too. Yeah, I just sprayed her and ran away. I sprayed another dude too, but like he was really weird. I didn't know if either of them were wolves, but they were acting like wolves, so I just sprayed him. It's like, psst, here you go. I might play Mima in a bit. You know, the sniper granny. I think she's like a throwback to Ana from Overwatch. She's got a sniper rifle. Yeah, I'm learning how to do that, because like every time I try to like backstab someone or Bill Cosby them, I fuck it up. My lord, though, like, the problem with, like, today is you cannot tell jokes. Although, the joke about Bill Cosbying people, I think, is pretty funny. But damn, like, there's no humor is allowed anymore at all. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with society these days? I have no idea. But yes, I'm going to get better at being a ninja. Yeah, this graphics card sucks. You can see the level loading in. Like you can like see is like the level like deloads, and then like the new one loads, and that slowly loads in the textures. I think the reason we're not allowed to joke is because Jeffrey Epstein was Jeffrey Epsteining people. You know?
Swiftness will be my ally.
To the lambs I say,
Alright, I got an
let
explosive.
not your guard
Not
down.
sure why I would want
For there
explosive
are
traps in
wolves
Lamb.
among
I mean, there are
you.
ways you could use it if you're a tricky person. I gotta find somebody who sells stuff. I gotta find a capitalist to do business with. I mean, that is the joke, right? Capitalism
I will
subsidizes
take
murder.
care of it.
Oh my god, NSPM7, get him, he's an anti-capitalist. And he's an atheist too.
A storm
And he
within
thinks
me is
racism
growing.
is bad. Put him on the list.
I believe we have found our first body. Don't fret.
No, seriously,
it is
capitalism
the first
is
of
like-
many.
Like, there's like a gun lobby that's like, hey, don't talk bad about guns. We need to sell these things. Oh. Did they find this dude? Oh, this it won't let me in. What the heck? What the heckin' crap? Yeah, they...
Let's see
Oh,
what
they
I can
didn't.
find.
They didn't. Oh, you sloppy people. I need to get the fuck out of here. Because I found a clue from a body they didn't hide. Let's see. So I've got intel, which means that they want me to not be alive anymore. Which is... So I got 50 gold and... Let's see, I got a partial clue. Fuck it, I'll just get a crowbar.
I will use it wisely. I won't be long.
got so many of these partial clues, it's like solve all the murders by my damn self.
Got it.
Let's see, there's people shooting up there. I don't like that. Everything's expensive too. That's
Consider it done.
I'm gonna run away from these people since I don't have way.
It's natural to bleed for peace.
Jesus. So the problem is I don't know which one of them's guilty, you know? I just see two guys having a grenade fight like they're throwing snowballs there. He looks like one of the bad guys.
You cannot afford to lose. Neither can they. Stamp them out.
My effing...
Show me what you have.
See, right? Got no money. He's picking stuff up off the floor. That fucker's guilty. Everybody's fucking guilty.
May their spirit be their deception unravels.
So... yeah, I see you. Oh, shit. I was trying to grapple him. So, yeah, the issue with that is I was trying to grapple him with my knife and get an insta-kill on him, but no such luck. So, okay, here are my thoughts on isms, right? So, like, there's, like, Islam, Judaism, Christianity, all of it, right? And one thing that happens a lot is people get accused of anti-Semitism for very mundane things that are not anti-Semitic. And to be clear, I'm against persecuting Jewish people with the state, and I'm against disliking a person merely for being Jewish. There are a great many Jewish people that I respect and admire. At the same time, I don't believe it's true, you know? And since I don't believe that it's true, like, I tend to be a little critical of people when they have, like, a belief, you know? Like any ism, whether it's Judaism, Christianity, Islam, although there are technically isms because of the end of the name, but they're ideologies, right? And I personally am not a fan of ideologies. I find that ideologies typically end up corrupting people, and they turn them into pawns for other people. You know? It's how you get people to do awful things to other people. Is through political or religious ideologies. And so, my view is that in order to combat that... Oh, racism? Racism sucks. Yeah, I fucking hate racism. Like, as a white guy, I hate racism for a lot of reasons. There are selfish reasons, which are secondary, but the primary reason is I don't think people should be treated badly just because of who their parents are or what color their skin is. I think that everybody should be judged based upon how they treat others. But I do tend to like have a dislike of people who use ideologies as a weapon. That's my bigger overarching point.
Swiftness will be my ally.
Like,
The bell
my
tolls and
biggest
the
issue
game begins.
with organized religion is
May
it
the
splits
flame
people
of
into
your
groups
life
of
burn until
those
the
who
end.
are in on the truth, even though it's not the truth. They call it the truth, but it's really just a lie. And it's just really toxic. It turns families against each other. It creates entire societies where people aren't allowed to be themselves, you know? And, like, racism is just garbage. Because if a person really was superior, they'd have accomplishments that they could point to. Instead of being like, I'm like a certain skin color, therefore I need to be treated nicely. You know, I think that's stupid. The problem with racism is that it's insidious to the point where a lot of the
Strike
people
fast,
don't
remain
realize
unseen.
they have subtly racist views and they don't even know it. It's like just how it works. Alright, the key with the darts is you gotta aim if you're gonna use them.
I would like to see your wares.
Now we're gonna get a crowbar in case I get one of those stupid
Consider it done.
door. Now,
I will use this.
I need super cleaner, but I got it. Just in case I gotta keep things really clean, you know.
Done. I will take care of it.
Apparently I'm gonna be destroying rooms.
Lambs can survive without bloodshed. Wolves need bloodshed to survive.
A favorite has fallen.
There's more to this story.
The largest bets are now cast aside.
Show me your supplies.
golden key was found. Was it a lamb or a wolf? The first key has been delivered to the door.
Oh, damn. I had a bad guess. Yeah, I mean, my thing is this. Like, once a person... Well, okay, the thing with her was it was green clothing. I matched it. She was acting super sus, so I tried to dart her. She attacked me first, too. She just failed to hit me. So I darted her, and I got unalived as a consequence. My thing is, once a person starts using their ideology as a weapon enough, and once it becomes a pattern, my view is to just disregard the entire ideology, whether it's moderate or whether it's, like, liberal. I grew up around a lot of evangelical Christians, so, like, growing up, their whole thing was the only people that were getting to heaven were Christians that believed like they did. And their whole view pretty much invalidated every other worldview. But I read the Bible, and I found out that there's a lot of sus things in it. Like Noah's Ark, no way that they're taking care of that many animals. There's only 8 people on that ark. And there are millions of animal species today. And what I find funny is you get a lot of young Earth creationists that will argue that zero evolution has ever happened in the history of the world, or reality in general. But the problem is that if you actually do the math on Noah's Ark, you either need to have one of two things. You either need to have more animals on the ark than there are seconds in the day, which means that it would have been impossible to take care of all the animals for 8 people, or you need to have evolution happen. You need like 3.5 billion years of evolution to happen in like 6,000 or 7,000 years. It's absolutely absurd what they're trying to push. You know, I've been in a lengthy discussion with a guy who denies evolution and keeps trying to tell me that evolution is my religion and a bunch of other just schizo crap. And I've just kind of been heckling him. The problem is like his whole deal is it's all denial and it's all just like blatant disregard of facts. So actually reasoning with him is impossible. Like you'll corner him, you'll be like, dude, which is it? Super evolution, which you don't believe in evolution, or too many animals on the damn boat? And he keeps deflecting. It's just how they do it. It's like the playbook of the delusional person is to deny reality and to just say ridiculous things faster than they can be debunked. But if you can corner them on fundamentals, you can at least come out of the discussion with them knowing that they didn't get the better of you. It's just rough. But I like to have those sorts of discussions. Oh, I'm a bad guy.
Ah, fresh blood. The first of many.
Fair. I mean, I'm not like gonna judge you negatively. As I see it, there's like 2 types of Christians. There are good Christians who genuinely care about other people and who genuinely do worry about the well-being of others, and I respect those. But then there are other Christians who use Christianity as a weapon, and I don't respect them. I respect a person as much as they'll respect me. I do it to a point of actual ruthlessness.
The bell's toll summons thee. Ready yourself, chosen. The game begins.
I leave no traces. The storm within me is growing.
sells stuff. I gotta find a capitalist to make my life complete.
Let us trade.
Dear Mr. Capitalist.
I will take care of it.
I suppose the way I would explain it is, I've got my views. If people insist on like believing a certain way, I'm not gonna like force them to see things as I do, because that would be very untoward of me, you know? Like, the First Amendment protects everybody's right to believe as they want, and I respect that.
Got it.
If there's one thing I respect, it's the First Amendment. I may not respect the
Consider
person's
it.
actual beliefs, but I respect their right to have them.
Will fortune favor my wishes?
You're free to
Good.
fight, but you must fight to be free.
Man, there's a lot of wolves around here.
Well, well. A slain wolf. These lambs have teeth.
Completed.
A golden key has been found, the first step towards freedom.
Well, I've been identified.
No! Failure is not an option.
The first key has been delivered to the door.
I hope for the best. A curious gadget.
to try and go for the smother. Yeah, that's fair. Like, I suppose my thing is people learn from being exposed to different viewpoints. And that's what people don't understand. And that's what's ultimately really sad is we get to a point where like the left wants to have an overwhelmingly leftist viewpoint. The right wants an overwhelmingly right-wing viewpoint where you teach the Bible in public schools. And there's no middle ground. And that's what bothers me, because if you go too far left, it's delusional, and if you go too far right, it's delusional. You gotta just pay attention to reality itself, you know? That's how I see it. And it's funny, because I tried to smother somebody, but I ended up stealing from them instead. But, yeah, like, as far as, like, what I'm getting at is, I think, if you were to really sum up my view, it goes like this. I see reality as the set of all real things, and truth is that which comports with reality, right? And so I see it as like whether God exists or not, that depends on reality. It exists independently of my opinions. Like I could really want God to not exist, but if God did exist, I would be wrong, and vice versa. You know? At the end of the day, what it comes down to is whatever reality says, that's what I want to believe to be true. It's weird though, because it's not just left versus right. That's what people don't understand. Like, because you gotta understand like the Christian viewpoint, the Muslim viewpoint, the Jewish viewpoint, the atheist viewpoint, the Hindu viewpoint, the Taoist viewpoint, the viewpoint of people who live in South America and ceremonially use psychedelic drugs in their ceremonies. You gotta understand everybody. And once you understand everybody, it's ironically both harder and easier to pick a side. And I'd say that it's easier to pick a side because when someone's acting wrong, you can see it. And you can know it for what it is. Now, there are some dishonest people who will go, like, if you're not religious, how can you know what's right or wrong? And I would argue that if you want a good perspective on what's right and what's wrong, it comes down to whether the behavior is predatory or not. Like in this game, for instance, if you're the wolf, you're in the wrong, you know? You're doing a bad thing if you're the wolf. And if you're a lamb, you're just kind of being hunted by sadistic, terrible, psychotic people, and you have no real choice in the matter. And I suppose that's how I determine right or wrong, is are the person's actions predatory or not? A lot of people, they try to
emerge from the shadows.
The bell tolls and the game begins.
It really isn't complicated.
May the flame of your life burn until the end.
Let us trade. The storm within me is growing. more to this story.
Well, well. The
I hope
bodies
for the
are
best.
piling up.
Couldn't do this yourself, huh?
I'm on it.
Their deception, what truths will be revealed here?
Kinda obvious, actually.
For something nice.
May I see your way?
Another slain wolf. These lambs have a nose for hunting. A favorite has fallen. The largest bets are now cast aside.
A battle amongst foes.
Well,
Show me your supplies.
thank you, Kai. Hands off!
Suits nearby. I am not easily surprised.
This is so bad. that up. But yeah, like, when you can understand everybody's perspective, everything makes sense. I just kind of bungled that, though. I need to get better at figuring out how a lot of this stuff works. Like, I figured out it was him, but I got an antidote, so I couldn't poison him. I know a lot of people, they talk shit about evolution, but there comes a point where it actually becomes interesting. Because what you find out when you get deep enough into it is if you look at the fossil record, the very earliest layers of the fossil record consist of like bacterial life, and that's like 3.5 billion years ago. And it's dated through radiometric carbon dating. There are various other forms of radiometric dating. What they do is they measure the decay rate of an atom, like of an element, and then they do like a calculation where they can calculate how much of that element was there X amount of years ago. And that's how they approximate an age. It's because when you look at radioactive isotopes, I'm not like an expert, but they decay at a steady rate, and that's how they're able to do the calculations. Yeah, there's a lot to factor in. There's a lot to learn in a very short period of time. And it's really easy to just bungle everything up. But it does make any sort of elimination you get in the game feel earned. It's definitely more complex than typical Overwatch tactics of ambush or like aim for the head and keep firing. But yeah, biology, that's where the real fun is, when you start studying animal cognition and how animals think. Or like you learn that like plants are actually just another form of life. It really is fascinating stuff. Not to preach or anything. But like squirrels are fascinating, as are bears, raccoons. That's fair, like there's a lot to learn about the world and reality itself, but the more you learn the better it is for you. I'd encourage you to learn as much as possible. It's a very rewarding life.
I emerge from the shadows.
To the lambs I say, let not your guard down, for there are wolves among you.
I'll take care of it.
Mind sharpens, all becomes clear. I will take care of it.
have you for sale?
What will fate bring? There's more to this story.
Get back!
That's horrible. I keep like throwing the knife instead.
You cannot afford to lose, neither can they. Stamp them out.
Yeah, it's crazy because
What can I say but fucking hate you?
plants and what they do. It's actually really nice. Like they're probably like the most useful organism that you can think of because they just grow off of nutrients. And like they don't really take anything up, you know? Like they digest waste. Like you look at, for instance, mushrooms, they'll like help things decompose. They'll break down like shit and turn it into a food source. Wacky, you know? I've heard that, like, I've heard a few things about plants. Like, they'll send signals through their roots to other plants. Stuff like that. It's just wacky stuff. We got 2 viewers. Hey, second viewer. I'm getting murdered a lot. And I oftentimes bungle off my kills, but occasionally I get lucky. This is a fun game. Earlier we were just talking about plant life and animal life and differences in animal cognition. Fun stuff. That last death was brutal. Because I ended up throwing the knife by accident. I was trying to grapple with her, but she ended up Bill Cosbying me with the rag, you know, the chloroform. Anyways, it's been fun. I've enjoyed chatting you up, and I hope you have a wonderful night, and that you have a wonderful day of work tomorrow. I'll probably do more of this later on, since This does seem to be attracting views. Alright, we're doing another. But yeah, thanks for tuning into the stream. It's been fun. Alright, I'm an evil person. So I gotta unalive people. That people always leaves the game.
I believe we have found our first body. Don't fret. It is the first of many.
Time for me to be an evil person. Although I'll probably be bad at it.
I emerge from the shadows.
Fierce wolf, begin
Another item
feasting
for
on
my armor.
mutton, lest the lambs devour you first.
The trail will be purged. The storm within me is growing. I will take care of it. Consider it done. I won't be long. I will use this. A curious gadget. Done.
An innocent wolf slain, yet a wolf is still a wolf. A favorite has fallen. The largest bets are now cast aside. A favorite has fallen. The largest bets are now cast aside.
I must be capable with all weaponry. I hope for the best.
That was vicious.
I fear nothing.
I've got a viewer. How's it going? I mostly fuck everything up and get murdered, but occasionally get lucky. I've been playing the ninja, but I'm going to start trying the sniper out a bit more.
boots on the ground.
To the wolves, I say, the lambs have scattered. Let the hunt begin. Or will the hunter become the hunted?
Ein Minute.
Who knew I could grow even stronger? Helpful. Orders received.
This better be worth it.
Completed. This is good. Must be something good. Now I'm well armed.
Seems good.
Thank you. There's more to this clue. I'll take care of it. Who does this belong to? Consider it done. Get away!
You cannot afford to lose.
That was
Neither can
unfortunate.
they. Stamp them out.
I got one headshot off. Alright, well, I think I'm going to end it for now, but I'll probably do more of this later on since I did attract a small